and welcome back to another of my courses. So before we even start, I'd like to thank you all for joining my course and for choosing this course to learn Adobe Photoshop. So for those who already followed my past one of my past few courses, you guys should probably know how it works. So basically, I like to teach by practice. So you will see in this course, you will have a lot of opportunities to practice everything that you will learn. So in this class today, we are simply going to have an introduction to the course. So basically, you will see some of the things that you are going to learn. So there is not a lot of theory. I think we have this class and another class where we will talk about Photoshop as well. And for the rest of the course, it's gonna be complete practice. So basically, what exactly is the goal of this course? So the first and the basic goal of this course is teach you all the basics of Photoshop. So when I'm talking about the basics of Photoshop, I'm talking about absolutely everything that you can learn about Photoshop. So we're talking about all the shortcuts. We're talking about picture modification. We're talking about all the tips and tricks that you can use to modify pictures, because this program is really specialized in modifying pictures. So basically, you will learn everything that you need to know about this program. So basically, you will learn and you will practice everything you need to know. And then it's gonna be up to you to practice everything to become better in this field. So if we can look at the examples above, so basically those two pictures are made with Photoshop, and as you can see, you need to be really skilled in this program to be able to create pictures that looks like this, because once again, especially this one right here, because once again you need to create the picture in the background. You need to add a lot of lightning. Well, you need to play with the lightning, you need to play on the details. So there is a lot of, you need to have a good skill set to be able to create projects like this picture, for example. So also this course will help you use Photoshop to create different types of projects. So when we're talking about projects that can be made with Photoshop, we're talking especially about designing projects. So let's say, for example, you guys want to create something. So you want to create, for example, a poster or I don't know, you want to modify a certain picture for, I don't know, your social media, so for Instagram, Facebook, or whatever. You want to learn Photoshop for interior designing, to design clothes or any other thing. So basically, you will learn how to use Photoshop, and then you will be able to use those skills in different areas or different projects that you can do with Photoshop. And finally, the last thing will be learning new skill set. So basically, this course is made for someone who has no prior knowledge of Photoshop, and who wants to learn about this software. So once again, you'll see that's an amazing skill set to have, especially in the world where we're living today. Because once again, being able to modify pictures, having good knowledge in design can be really helpful, especially, for example, you want to launch your own business. You'll see if you need, for example, to do your own marketing, well, Photoshop can be really helpful, because you will be able to design your ads, you will be able to design your your business cards, you will be able to design your website, once again, just a mock-up of the website. You will be able to design plenty of things, and all this using Photoshop. All right, so what you will be able to do by the end of this course. So the first thing that you will be able to do is basically modifying pictures. So since this software is really specialized in picture modification, the first thing that you will be able to do is modifying pictures. So you will learn different techniques that you can use, for example, to crop, to modify pictures, to, for example, crop something from one picture and put it on another picture. Or really just the basics of picture modification, so how to modify a picture the right way. So basically playing with the lightning. Let's say you want to crop something or cut something out from the picture, you will be able to do it. So there are plenty of things that you will learn to do, and you'll see it's pretty cool once you know how it works. So you will be able to create and work on different projects. So this is what I taught you a little bit before. So you will have plenty of different, you have plenty of projects that you can work with using Photoshop. And what you will be able to do by the end of this course is really being able to work with each of those projects, because you will have the whole knowledge. In other words, you will understand basically all, well, everything around Photoshop and how exactly Photoshop works. And from all the knowledge that you will have about the software, you will be able to work on different projects. And finally, you will be able to use different Photoshop techniques. So since the course is really based on practice, you will learn different techniques that I use myself to modify pictures, to create different designs, to, well, play with the lightning, well, to plenty of things. So basically, you'll see it's pretty interesting, and to create high quality projects, like for example, this one or this one right here, you need to practice a lot. So basically, you'll need to get this knowledge, and you'll see it's really something that you need to practice, like anything in life. If you want to get good at, so for example, in programming, if you want to learn to program in Python, for example, you need to practice a lot. It's not just by taking a course, but you will see this course is really based on practice, and I'm pretty sure you will love it. Hello guys, and welcome back to another class of our course about the complete introduction to Photoshop. So in today's class, we are going to have a presentation of Photoshop. So basically, we are going to learn what exactly is Photoshop, how it works, and some different things that you might be able to do by learning Photoshop. So let's start. All right, so what exactly is Photoshop? So for those of you who don't know, basically Photoshop is a software that is used a lot in designing. So it can be used in plenty of things, such as, for example, picture editing, picture modification, artwork creation, or many others. So when we're talking about picture editing or modification, let's say, for example, you guys are going for a photo shoot. So if you're going for a photo shoot, after that, the person who took the pictures will definitely modify them. So why? Because sometimes the lighting is not perfect. Well, let's say the picture is not that perfect. So Photoshop is really here to help you retouch the picture and create something magic in each moment. So basically, each picture could be close to perfection with the Photoshop. So this could work for a picture that you have taken. This could be for a project that you are working on. So let's say, for example, you are creating a wallpaper. So if you want to create an amazing wallpaper, you will definitely use Photoshop, because once again, this is really specialized in designing and in creation of different projects of this type. All right. Another thing with Photoshop is that there are plenty of versions of Photoshop. So as you can see here, we have CC, Element, Lightroom, or Express. And those versions, well, the main difference between those versions is basically the features that they have. So some versions have more features than others, and this is basically the main difference between them. All right, so what can we do with Photoshop? So we maybe talked about it in the past course, but basically Photoshop, as I said, it's really specialized in modification of pictures. So first thing that you can do, you can modify or retouch a picture. So in other words, as I said, it could be a picture that you import from internet. It could be a picture that you have taken yourself. So this is basically the first thing that you can do. So you can add some elements to the picture. You can delete some elements from the picture. You can delete someone from a picture. You can add someone to a picture. So plenty of things that you can do. So modifying or retouching a picture would be one of the most important. So also, Photoshop, you can work on different types of projects, and a few of them can be, for example, in web designing. So you can design your website. So once again, the mock-up of your website or the layout of your website. And what's cool about it, yes, basically this would be just the mock-up or the designing part. And after that, you will have to program it. So the programming part is not with Photoshop, but all the designing part will be with Photoshop. So you will know exactly how you want your website to be. So this way, then you just give the Photoshop program to a programmer, and the programmer will simply create the whole thing. And basically, he will know exactly what to do because you have you have designed your website. So this could be an idea of things that you guys can do with Photoshop. You can also work on different designs in different fields. So creation of a website could be one of those. So it could be home designing, it could be clothing designing. It could be, for example, let's say you want to create a tattoo. You want to modify your car. you want, well, you can do pretty much anything you want with Photoshop if we're talking about the designing part or just the creation part. And you'll see it's pretty cool. Well, it's pretty cool once you know how it works. You can create projects like the two pictures below right here. So it can also be used for working with online pictures as well as taking pictures. So this is what I talked about a little bit earlier. So basically you can work with pretty much any picture that you want. So you can import pictures from social media, you can import pictures from the internet, you can take your own pictures. It could be high quality, it could be low quality pictures. So basically you can work with anything you want. Once again, I suggest you to work with more high quality pictures. And what we are, we are going to learn in this course how to work with Photoshop, but I'll also show you some places where you can get free high quality pictures as well as videos, but mostly pictures because we're going to work with the pictures. And you'll see you can create really amazing projects with, with Photoshop. So besides of that, I hope you guys right now have a idea of what exactly is Photoshop, how it works, and all the things that you can do with this amazing software. So you'll see it's really a great software, especially in designing, and learning this is really important, especially in the life that we are living in right now. So let's say you want to become a freelancer and you start your own business. Well, basically you want to be the one who is creating your ads. Let's say you want to create for marketing, you want to market your product or your business. You can create your own ads, you can create the design of your own website. Having designing skills is really something, in my opinion, that is really important in our world. So let's not wait anymore and let's jump to the next part of the course, that is the practical part. And from this moment, you will be able to learn and practice everything that you have learned with Photoshop. So that's it for us, guys, and see you all in our next class.